paint buster, 6,000.
Really?
Yeah. I say we move the water problem from there to there. Jeez. There.
Gotcha. Okay. What do you think about a koi pond right in the middle? Is it normal for like the driveway to be the most complex part of the build, or is that?
Hey guys, Brad the Builder. Today I'm with Andrew Flair and we have something on the agenda. What are we doing today, Andrew?
I'm tired of the mud. We need a driveway. I've had enough of it, okay? We've had rock, mud, we've had a ton of rain, and Macy's tired of it.
Dirt and dust.
It never ends.
So you decided to spend a little money and get rid of the rock and go for all concrete?
Unfortunately, all concrete, yeah.
How thick do we have to pour it? Because you're a Bobcat big truck guy.
Yeah, we're going 5-inch with rebar, folks. About as expensive as it gets, but it's an investment. You don't want to do it twice. You pour too thin, starts cracking. You got to redo it. So we're going 5-inch with rebar so I can put skid loaders on it without the worry of it cracking. And I'm ready for the dirt to be gone.
That's smart. I think that's gonna be great. We got Efron coming, so let's get busy laying out your driveway so we make it big and bad, and also so it doesn't crack.
No cracking.
Yeah, no guarantees. All right, I just pulled up to Flair's house, and today we're going to start laying out his driveway. We got to come around all the way around the back of his house, do a circular driveway in the front. We got Efron here. I see him over there talking, so I need to get going. I'm a few minutes late to the meeting. Are you guys all done? I don't need to be here?
You can go home.
I can go home now?
Yeah, go get margaritas.
Joe, perfect. I like the sounds of that. You got Efron, the A-team guy. You brought your paint with you?
I did.
Oh, good. Because I have the stick, but no paint.
Oh, got it.
You got half of it.
Need the paint. Yeah. So I was just telling him about, since we've been using this, the issues we found, which kind of once you use it, is just making sure that
when you back out,
it comes all the way, even. So when we pull in, we have enough room to get us straight to shoot in, since it's pitched this way.
Right, because that's why when we built that wall, I knew that was going to be an issue coming out. But
yeah, and so we took the wall and we flared it out. Get it?
Yep.
We flared it out.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
I saw a flare. Yeah.
We flared it this way, and so that way you're able to, come in
and make the big turn
here and start straightening yourself for there, rather than making that decision when you're up here. Because if you make it up here, you ain't getting in the garage. I've tried it.
Okay.
It doesn't work.
And that's the best way, is to drive your vehicles and do it. So what I want to concern you guys with, or maybe is a concern, is got this rock wall. Is there? We need to leave something here for some form of hedges, for a sense of safety. Yeah. How far can we?
I was just telling here we can follow that wall 5 foot.
And once you drive it, if you take my truck or your truck and come in and drive it and back out, we'll know what you need.
Okay.
That's something we need to do here, because it's always easier. A little bit bigger is better, but we also need enough room to plant something in here.
Yep.
But if you did like a hedge, that gives you a sense of security that you're not going to drive over.
That would be not good.
Yeah.
You big curb guy? Can we get a curb? I'm thinking like dark, wife's backing up in the dark.
When you hit a bump.
She's in the pool, all of a sudden, a curb would probably help that.
Yeah. Then the curb would have been a good investment if she's driving in the pool, because it's pretty close.
Yeah, that's a long ways down, So curbs are you're not a big curb guy.
We can.
Okay.
Because everything is gonna fall that way.
What he wants is the curb, Efron, is just one. It holds the landscape up, but also gives a sense of in the tire hits it.
Because if you're backing out at night, you're gonna back up and then kind of angle your back end to shoot out, and
Yeah, we can do.
Crazy uncle had one too many, and last thing I need is just on the other side of the wall.
Or
Yeah, we just get, and also that'll help catch the water. It'll steer, and then we can put
there, and then we probably don't need anything on the other side. If you go on that side, that's your own fault. You'll end up in the cattle pasture. That's on you. You won't be hurt. This one might hurt.
Do you want me to drive this real quick, or you want to drive it?
No, you can do it.
Okay, let me drive my truck. It's got terrible turning radius, which is perfect. Perfect for this. We want to keep track of where my tires go. You got to do one turn to get in there?
That dirt, yeah, we got to get one turn.
Really?
Without the pile, you can do it.
Oh, you can do it?
I did it without the pile.
Okay, so what I want to do is pull in like I'm backing out. Okay. Is there anything I can hit that's cheap? So here we are backing out, right? So now I'm with, how many margaritas? You're good for two? Two, three? So, so then we just back straight up, because you're not thinking, right? Yep. And then you're going to do this. So where did I go with my tires? Okay, you can see where I was at, but if we wanted that 4 foot, even 3 foot, you know, there's 5. So the idea is when you're backing out, you gotta back out enough to feel like you're...
We can just keep, you know, yeah, keep going.
We can keep going, but
keep
this
going.
is the minimum.
You turned your wheel to go back, but if you went just straight back and then just turned out, I think you would have been okay, but you gotta go further back.
But that's not a normal thing for someone. Once they get out of the garage,
they want to start turning.
then they want to start turning.
Okay.
So it's a very subconscious thing.
You have some rules written on the wall.
Yeah, well, you want to do it where no one's really thinking. And so if you're right there backing up a little bit, then start turning, that's the worst case scenario.
So we probably would need a curb or something then, I would think.
We've had a lot of rain since this has been put in, right?
It was not packed all that great.
Really?
No, I watched them do it. They just threw it in
Well,
there.
they don't really compact it.
They didn't compact. They didn't compact it.
You can feel it feels mushy already. Like my driveway, I have that same thing, but you can make. I went a normal is 30. That's minimum.
30. Okay.
I went 40.
Okay.
You might be. I went 47. Okay.
Yeah,
all right. Well, he knows.
He
He's the
knows
concrete
47,
guy.
he said.
So let me see. So that's back to where that dirt pile is kind of in our way. That if you want it big, then let's do it. But that dirt needs to go in there, doesn't it?
Yeah. So they're gonna put the dirt in the hole, and it'll be all compacted. But if the concrete goes and it goes all the way around, like I'm happy with that. This is where kids can ride bikes, can play basketball.
Yeah.
Like,
So if I got 47, you can have 57 or 60.
I would go as far out as we honestly can.
Okay. What's going to happen, Efron? Somebody's going to come and they're going to park their truck here, and then if you can't get in and out. So at least if someone parks clear out, you can at least maneuver, do the 14-point turn to get out of here.
Yep.
So the key, though, critical is this. Efron, let's go. You can see where that door is. So those are my tire tracks, right? I want a wide turn. And you know, we got to get into this door too. You're going to want to probably start here like this and come back. This is really mushy as well. So you'll drive with your skid steer on it, or what should we get? Something else? Chad's
like a
roller?
I have a jumping jack.
That'll take a while.
I mean, unless you can rent one of those drive-by, the little ones.
Okay.
And then they
they have remote control ones.
Yeah.
You want to go rent one?
Oh,
I've
just
done
boop, 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 boop,
it.
boop,
You
boop.
drive. It's a robot.
Yeah.
And
it's a
we
big
can go
sheep's
rent
foot,
one.
right?
I rented one once.
Okay.
They're fun to drive. You put this thing on, you drive it around, and it sits
Just
there.
compact all this around. The Beefcake Boys are.
Yeah.
All right.
No, you're the pilot guy.
Oh, I
So
get to drive.
You gotta drive it. Yeah.
I'm not much for gaming. That's a whole different deal.
Okay.
All right, so let's see. Efron, I like that. So it'll look like it's almost a straight line coming right off here.
I mean, we can kind of try to follow that retaining wall.
Yeah, I don't think you want to be any more than 4 feet out here. Where'd my tractor? Here's my tires. That's 4.5, 5 foot right there.
Good
Go
landscape,
4.
I feel like.
Yeah,
That's
that's plenty right in through here.
So four off the wall, all the way around.
Yep.
And then just try to hook it out.
When we get my paint thing that you can walk and paint, or you
Do it, that way you don't have to bend over.
yeah. I got it right here. Check out this, Efron. The Paint Buster 6000.
Really?
Yeah.
Come up that with yourself, or what?
Well, it's 1995.
Oh, perfect.
You just got to put the can in the right direction. Did you shake it?
No, I did not.
Do you have to? Okay. What was that exercise where they,
The shake weight.
the shaker thing?
Yeah, the shake weight.
Yeah, you can get beat up in gym class with those.
Yeah, you don't want to carry
No,
the shake weight around, no.
Okay, 4 foot. See that? Sometimes it gets stuck. Sometimes I paint my shoes. Where's 4 foot there, Efron? Keep me on a line. That'll be a nice landscaping bed.
Yeah.
And you put a curb on here. You can smell that paint. There'll be a landscaping stone there to not concrete.
No, because that way
It'll
we
keep
can
dropping.
come with-
So I guess then we're going like this. Out here, huh?
Yeah, he can use it like.
And then you can put some landscaping up in here as well, but you're far enough away to have some grass.
Yep.
So the kids riding bikes aren't going off.
Yeah, we don't want any
No,
of
no,
that.
into hitting the Camel Ralph.
So I would just keep on this line and kind of follow the drive, and then at some point,
Yeah,
tuck
so
it back, right?
we're gonna go work on the front yard. Here's another thing that kind of people forget is that when you're coming out of this your first garage, Andrew, this one you're backing out and you're kind of going right away. You're not really backing out. So when you turn, this sometimes needs to be a little tighter radius. Is this a tree or a weed?
I figure I'd get ahead on the landscaping.
Yeah. How come weeds grow faster than anything else? Jeez. There. Sure that wasn't part of the landscaping?
No, it was. I put it there.
Oh, do we want, I don't know if we want concrete underneath that thing, do we? You're gonna have landscaping and mulch and stuff in there,
Probably,
right?
yeah.
Okay, well, typically you go about a foot off here, and if you just came out and did one of these, so it's a little tighter, because when you're driving, even though you're gonna drive in wide, you're gonna back out and kind of go right away.
Yeah, you're not gonna want to back out like that and then swing.
Yeah, because if this is a nice big peninsula, now you really got to back out,
Yeah.
and you're always going to be running over this thing.
Got it.
Depends on how wide you want this coming up here. Is this, you want this for additional parking, or this could be a driveway, which is anywhere from 12 too small, 14 to 16 foot wide, as a lane to get you from there to this parking area.
I mean, as that thing curves, it could probably hit me and then just follow the already rock driveway. So,
So you're coming in wide.
You know, it's pretty much where the rock is now.
Yeah, you're gonna come out. You might have to bring this in, otherwise, do you think I'm pretty close here, Efron? Coming about 8 foot off this, that'd be about right, and then you're gonna be kind of going like this. And then if you did this, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, here's your kind of a driveway coming in. Then it can get a little wider over here. Because sometimes you might come like this and then start going out. And sometimes getting the dirt out of here is going to help us a whole bunch. This is really just a drive. It's like a street to get here. Nobody's going to park there. They're all going to come back and want to park back here. And then where we want them really to park is in the front. This is for you guys. And so it's a big, nice, wide for your trucks.
Yeah.
How wide did we go there, Efron, when I did that? I tried to go like 16. It looks a little wider, 20. Are you okay? I mean, you got big trucks and I don't know, trailers sometimes.
I would rather go big than small.
Okay.
Like this. I don't want to do it twice. The only thing I would potentially, picking a point here and meeting that line
and going,
cutting it in and back out.
I agree. Just kind of. You know what? You'll be driving this as we paint these lines the next couple of days, and start seeing if you're running over it. Yeah. Just don't even think about it when you come back here.
You got to really pitch out. I'm like looking at that garage is about the hardest turn in from this angle.
Oh yeah, you gotta go wide here to get to. I forgot. You want to be the one turn, so we got to even go wider. And we want this 5 inches, don't we?
Yeah, with rebar.
Rebar. How soon could he? Well, we got winter. Hopefully, it doesn't come for a while.
Yeah.
But we'll pour this here. Hopefully, have this all done in the next 30 days. The driveway.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys move this one, I can be here on Monday.
Yeah. So let's just say.
I'll get the skid loader fired up.
Yeah.
I'll move that dirt.
Okay. Yeah. Push it in there.
Shove it over the hill and push it in the hole.
And drive your skid loader against that.
Robot.
Okay.
We'll be all right.
Perfect. Then we'll come back and lay this. I mean, now we kind of roughly know. This helps Efron get an estimate for equipment and concrete.
Sure.
How about the front yard?
The front's also a is it normal for like the driveway to be the most complex part of the build, or is it me that overthinks the driveway?
No, it's always that way. I still, my house, I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do there, so I'm gonna use your ideas.
Oh.
You're gonna have to help me on mine.
No, don't ask for my help.
But what I do see people making mistakes on circular driveways, especially if you're out here in the country and they drive up, if it isn't wide enough to park 2 cars in it,
That's what I told that price.
everybody blocks, they'll take a spot where they can always get out, which means they block everybody.
Yeah, I said we need 2 cars, easily 2 trucks.
Yeah, well, that'll start with how close do we want to get to the house. We're gonna have an island in the middle, which would be nice, because otherwise it's a parking lot down here, right? So I see something more kind of long and linear.
Okay.
The very first house I took you through when we first started all this had that same driveway.
Got it.
And they created like a landscaping. So if you're parked on that side, you have a little path to walk through it.
Oh.
You didn't feel like you were stuck. But yours is a little different. Theirs ran this way,
long.
yeah, where I see yours running this way.
Got it.
So there may not need much of a reason to cut through, but we can put a little path or something to go from this way to that way.
Yeah.
Where your Polaris is, that's going to be a nice wide sidewalk. Okay. We can just kind of wing it from here, but you're going to want something as wide as your front porch. I see we moved the water problem from there to there.
You know, I didn't get rid of it, but I diverted it.
Just moved it?
Yeah, I put in a pipe there and didn't put a pipe in here. So.
Well, at least it's not going in your gun vault no more. We solved that problem. Perfect. So you want a grand entrance. Most likely, we talked to Macy about this. Some people go as wide as these columns, and then they set a flower pot in front of it. Or you start in here and go out and they put something in the yard. What about, you ever thought about some nightscaping, uplighting on your house?
I do want that.
Okay, I got a guy.
I don't know how that works.
I got a guy, so I need to get him out here to kind of look at some of the stuff. Because Efron, we're gonna need some sleeves for electrical And we bury all your downspouts. Okay. They all go underground. We gotta make sure, if we do underground for lighting, we just need a simple 1.5 inch gray pipe. We know we're gonna be at least here. It's nice and wide walking up. That might make more sense so it's not overbearing. So if you did do a pot, it's kind of in the landscaping on the yard, and then that gives us a chance to put a light to light up your columns. Oh. Yeah. We can also put them in the concrete too.
Oh, really? Okay.
So we have both those options. So that's something you and Macy can discuss.
Okay, all right.
If there's a choice on one or the other. So when you paint your shoes, you're gonna wanna be out here, don't you think, Efron, with the sidewalk? We're trying to be centered on the front door, but that means we gotta be over there quite a bit. I feel like you'd be pulling up about right in here. I wanna push you out a ways. Yeah. I feel like this is still sidewalk kind of coming out. And then driveway like that. I don't know, that's I'm trying to get the circle going. So if we did, because if you're driving down, we want to try get something right in the middle of your front door as you drive down the hill. So they have a nice big approach up to the front door. This thing's so big and it's hot, it's kind of hard to, and working through the weeds, they're doing a radius. Let me see what they're doing here. Is this your circle?
Never took geometry, but it's really the closest thing.
Yeah, I think you're right.
20 foot diameter.
10
foot radius.
Big circle. Look at that.
Hey,
man, holy cow.
I can hold the tape, that's about it.
Well, I think that needs to come over here more. Depends on where I like the idea of the circle. I think we need to start the circle here. Okay, let's try that. Who wants to walk and paint? I got the painter, so I should walk it. How many feet? 12?
10.
10? That's all?
Yep.
That's all you got? Okay, I have millions of crazy stories about customers, especially after 35 years. And what comes to mind as I'm painting all these lines here at Andrews is that we were doing the same thing for a lady, but we had to paint into her yard to show where the driveway, sidewalk, patio was going. And there were spots where we weren't going to use it. And she was upset with us and said, you have to buy me all new sod because you got paint on my grass. I told her, they go, all you got to do is mow it and the paint goes away. She did not like that answer, but that's the fix I came up with. What do you think? Okay, almost another thing. You have all this concrete here. The way to get rid of it is continue to bring this thing out. Bring this long peninsula out to here. So then you have a choice to go that way and around your house, and then you come up and around versus like that circle, I think.
We still maintain the circle.
Yeah.
But then from that house, you're gonna have the circle. But coming from here, you're gonna have the
more of a V or an
oval. Come up, and maybe it starts to center, and then it doesn't have to be boom like it's head on. It might just curve up, soften it up a little bit. So it gives you a sense that you're going that way as a homeowner, but your guests go that way. That looks so cool to be able to drive up to the front of the house.
Got it.
If they got a little bit of a walk, that's kind of interesting too.
It's not. I mean, it won't be too bad.
But this is how we start this off, and then you got to think about it. It's not like we're pouring it tomorrow.
Yeah, good.
So so because you're going to think about a couple of different ways. You're going to drive it. You're going to think about it, going, that's dumb. I got another idea, because you haven't thought a lot about this.
Yep.
And then I can get some input from. The more input we get from other people, then we'll find out
what makes the most sense.
Yeah, but also it's a balance of not looking like you've got 1,000 square feet of concrete.
Yeah.
So we Efron, together, all of us can figure that out with you. But because you have big vehicles, your driveway needs to be wider, and you have the land to do it.
We got the space.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it too small, but I agree.
And maybe talk to your landscaping guys and ask them what some of their. Everybody's got their idea.
Yeah.
Let's find out which one makes the most sense. Right now, off the top of my head, I'm trying to not block your house, but I'm also not making it look like a parking lot. Yeah, I mean, that's what we've been so used to seeing it as a parking lot.
Yeah.
It's been that way forever.
Yeah.
We need to visualize it not being one.
Gotcha. Okay. What do you think about a koi pond right in the middle? Koi, multicolored koi, and they're just swimming around a fountain.
And they're worth money, so I might fish out of that.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Maybe one of these days, if you just put the water line in, one day when I win the lottery, we'll put in a koi pond. For sure, some type of a rock. Yeah, rock fountain would be pretty cool. That'd be nice. Yeah. Need some water. You got so much water already. We'll just pump it up from the pond. Yeah. This is what makes your house look finished. Yeah, just a zero entry, which is perfect. So a person could just, whether in a wheelchair or not, but it's just nice to have no steps. Yeah, I like it. I don't like and we'll be able to get the downspouts buried, so we're not blocking water. Okay. Get everything going that way.
And then we'll have lines run, so you have sprinkler systems, and your middle island all is landscaped and watered.
Yep, got it. You ready?
Well, where do you want it to stop? At what point do you want to, are you ever going to
go and see
the banker?
The bank account.
Yeah, no, stop ASAP. Yeah.
Buy more beef jerky so we can get a better driveway for Andrew.
I think I would just say wherever
we can
circle and this kind of marry up, and kind of come to an end, and then because I'll probably asphalt the rest
down
of it
the road at some point.
But it just needs to all come together, and we'll just call it there.
Yeah.
But it doesn't need to come together and then shoot that way or anything like that. Yeah, I mean I think the asphalt will just make the width of whatever the road is. It'll come in, and then it'll kind of marry into the concrete.
So he's finishing up my house. I moved some dirt, so we'll talk about that too. So I can use you on when you're setting up at Flair's, you'll be pouring at mine, kind of going back and forth, right? So you're good on this end. So don't feel like you have to. This is a done deal. This is really what you to start thinking it, driving it.
Yeah.
And I'll keep talking to other people, and I'd like to hear from your landscapers.
See what they think. Okay.
Yeah. By the way, you're looking kind of lean and mean there, Andrew Flair.
Eat that jerky diet.
Oh my, just jerky?
Yeah.
Give me a pack or two of that.
Beefcake jerky.
All right.
High in protein, High in protein.
That's what it is. It's the carbs that will get you.
It's the carbs I'll get you.
Carbs and sugar.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, thanks, Efron.